Hello there everyone, my name is Ray and today we're here to play some more Final Fantasy X HD Remake Part number 41. Thank you all for joining me for today's episode. Late recording. It is almost 8 o'clock at night by the time I'm recording this. I gotta record Paper Mario Color Splash after this. This video is probably not going to be up until at least 10:30, if not 11. It's going to be a very late upload. Paper Mario's not going to be up today, it's going to be up tomorrow. That's just the way it has to be. I'm not going to skip it, obviously, but as you guys can see, we got Tidus, Riku, and Auron. They have their HP up at 9,999, which is the most you can get without breaking HP limit. I've done some leveling up. Tidus was the first one to reach triple digits on any one stat, and that was his strength at like 103. I think he was at 99 before I got a strength plus 4. His defense and magic defense are still all below 100. His agility was his second stat to reach triple digits, 125. Riku has actually gone from the weakest member in our party by far to the most powerful. She's at 144. Now her defense is still not as high as Tidus's or Auron's. Auron's got the highest defense, but he's at 142. So Tidus is actually, from our main party, the weakest member that we have. We do have on us now our capture weapons. Although I did end up getting Riku's God Hand. You guys saw me get it last episode, but I didn't power it up on screen. Break damage limit, triple overdrive, double AP, and Gillionaire. So that's just the way that works. You guys saw his already. First strike and counterattack are his unique skills. And then we got evade and counter and magic counter for Tidus's. I don't know. I would say for the sake of getting items for different things that Gillionaire is probably a really good skill, just because bribing comes into play a lot and getting double the gil helps a lot. But other than that, Riku's weapon seems kind of like a... I don't know, for the sake of a fight, her weapon doesn't seem all that useful, because double AP doesn't help you in the battle, and Gillionaire doesn't help you in the battle either. Whereas you've got Auron here, who's got first strike, which allows him to move first, and then counterattack if he gets hit by a physical attack. And then you have Tidus over here with the 2 counters. So, I mean, he's going to be helping out quite a bit as far as battle goes. But enough about the weapons. We have some armor to look at. We got the Fairy Shield, which is Stone Proof, Confuse Proof, and Dark Proof. They've all got their version of it on. She's got the Talisman, he's got the Fairy Bracer. Now, the reason I do that is for the sake of capturing enemies. Going through especially the Omega Dungeon. Because since I want everyone to have their capture weapon on, you've got Tidus, Riku, and Auron. They all have capture and piercing. They don't need censor, which is actually a pretty much useless skill in this place, because I swear to God, half of these things are immune to censors any freaking way. But they can all, with the exception of the bomb. Ouroboros, I believe his name is, and I might be incorrect. The bomb, the turtle, and the Tonberry, they can pretty much all be captured in 2 or 3 hits. So the fact that I can't see their life doesn't mean anything. Then again, Stone Proof, Confuse Proof, and Dark Proof are, in my opinion, necessary. Now, Dark Proof is the most useless skill here. Confuse Proof is probably, and Stone Proof are probably tied, rather, for the most useful skills. Just because there's one particular enemy that appears here and inside Sin that you guys haven't seen, but I've seen. I've not captured it yet, but that's because of it's got one skill that can turn literally everyone on my party to stone, and that's an instant game over. And in this place they appear in groups of 2, so that's fun. That particular enemy also has a counterattack to pretty much literally anything that you do to him that gives you dark, curse, confusion, poison, and something else. Potentially. I think I can't remember what the last one is. That might be all of it. And then Dark Proof is only because these are all physical users. These are all physical hits. Physical attackers, melee attackers. And if I didn't have Dark Proof, I would have to use eye drops pretty much every turn on certain enemies, and that's a pain in the ass. This also makes it so that the Malboro showing up in here, which you guys haven't seen yet, but you guys have seen the Calmland version, he's not a threat anymore. There is an enemy in here called a Spirit that you guys haven't seen. Have you seen him? I don't think you guys have seen him. He has a counterattack, a potential counterattack that confuses and poisons. That's a pain in the ass. And of course, you could just get auto med, but that takes a lot to get in my opinion, and it's not really worth it. And then we have the next group, which is just haste. It's auto haste, so we go into a fight with haste on. Now, I'm trying to get my party strong enough so we can farm this thing called a Fenrir, which is over in the monster arena. And I'm going to go show you guys that right now. Not necessarily that fight, because I don't know if we can beat him. He's got a lot of life. I believe he's got over 1 million hit points. And I'm not even remotely joking. I'm pretty sure those are his stats. Life-wise. Now, I didn't look it up. I know I probably should have, but I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Because we're going to ride our chicken real quick, because I know a lot of people, when they see the fact that you can do 99,999 damage as a maximum, especially compared to 9,999, which honestly is overpowered for pretty much every storyline boss in the game. 99,999 damage is not overpowered for the creatures and enemies that you unlock here in the monster arena. I'm going to show you guys that. Let's get our stuff set up, situated for him. Get auto haste on. Auto haste again. Auto haste. Now I do want to add another skill to it. I'm going to do this right on screen. We're going to add auto phoenix. Where is it at? Auto Phoenix will automatically use a Phoenix down on a KO'd character. In my opinion, very useful. The reason I'm doing that is because there's a lot of creatures in here that have the ability, basically have the ability to just wipe your ass out. You need Mega Phoenixes for them. And they're not that hard to get, so I'm not really worried about it. I will explain more in the next episode once I've actually done some research. I'm literally just coming home from work trying to get this crap recorded so I can get it up before too long has passed. I'm gonna give Riku auto protect. That's the last skill that I think is quote unquote necessary for this, and you need, what was it, 60 light curtains? 60 or 70 light curtains to get that. So when you go into a fight with this armor piece on, whatever, however you want to describe it, pronounce it, whatever. Auto haste, you come in with your speed stat. I think haste doubles it. So auto haste doesn't waste your turn using haste on, and you just come in with those speed stats. Auto phoenix, if you or some, well, not if you, if someone else gets knocked the hell out, you'll automatically use a phoenix down on them. And auto protect means you'll take half the physical damage that you would normally. Now you can put auto shell on. A lot of people seem to do that. Me personally, I don't bother with it. I really just don't, because you can, it's worth it to put shell on it for certain enemies, but most enemies shell isn't necessary at all. Only the ones who actually use magic on you are necessary to have that on, obviously. So it's just kind of a waste of a slot, especially when you consider the fact that auto shell is really freaking annoying to get, because I think you need 70 lunar curtains for that. The light curtains are much easier to get than the lunar curtains. Hopefully I can show you guys that here. We're gonna, it's got auto haste, auto phoenix protect. Now the reason I gave Riku hers is because she takes more damage than the other guys, because she doesn't have as much defense. So we're gonna go, and I'm gonna show you guys a couple of things first. So we got the area conquest for Besaid, Killikami, and High Road. We do not have it for the Mushroom Rock Road just yet, because we're missing one enemy there. That is the Garuda, that big bird. We've seen him before. It's just basically a weaker version of the zoo. And we have the Abyss Worm, Chimera Geist, whatever, Dawn Tonberry, and Cantoblepas. Dawn Tonberry is a nightmare to fight if you are not prepared. Now, the last two are Inside Sin and Omega Dungeon. That guy that I told you about that has that one attack that can turn Assault Stone at once is this one, I believe. I've got everything else from Varuna to Master Tonberry, Master Corel, whatever. Everything in there but him. And then Inside Sin, there's actually 3 things that we've not seen. The Adamantoids I've already got maxed out. Behemoth King, I got the 3. Trying to remember. I know one of these guys is Barbatus. We've already got the Wraith. I know what the second... I can't remember what that last one is. I'm not going to say what the second one is, because you guys haven't seen a Barbatus, so me saying Barbatus don't mean nothing, because you guys don't know what he looks like. But this one, if I say what he is, you guys already know what he is. You've seen him before. So that's how you get these guys unlocked. You have to capture at least one fiend of everything from inside any given area. So we're missing these two and this one. As far as I know, every enemy type in the game is represented either in the species conquest or an area conquest. Now, with the exception, the immediate exception that pops into my head is the Iron Giant, because there's only 3 versions of them in the entire game. With the exception of the Iron Giant, as far as I know, everything here is of the monster class that has several iterations. You've got what, Fenrir's the dog, the wolves or whatever. What, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in the first like 6 areas you can go to alone. Then you've got another one in the Calm Lands. You've got one in the, there's one that shows up on Besaid Island. You got one on the what is it? The Mi'hen High, not the Mi'hen High Road. What is that place called? Jose Road. Is it Jose Road? No, it is the Mi'hen High Road. Yeah, you got the Mi'hen High Road. You've got one that appears in Lake Macalania. You've got one that appears in Beaconell Island. You got one that appears in the Calm Lands. You've got one that appears on Mount Gagazet, so that's 6 different versions. The One Eye is a amalgamation, so to speak, of all of the floating bat eyeball things. One of them is in the Mi'hen High Road. That's the first time we see him. Then you've got one in Lake Macalania. You've got one in the Gagazet. You've got one in Inside Sin, and you've got one in Omega Ruins. That's 5 different versions, etc., etc. It tends to go like that. So that's why, although the whatever he is isn't too much out of place, because there's 3 of them, and the eyeballs only have 5 versions, it just seems that pretty much all these things have at least 4 or 5 different forms. Then, of course, the originals are just things that he's made based off of a certain amount of different monsters, a certain amount of areas that you've completed. We are not ready for any of them. We're not even close. But I'm going to get myself ready over the weekend so we can start fighting them during the week. Because there's really not a whole lot left for me to do in this game, all things considered, that I'm actually willing to do. The Celestial Weapons, we've already gotten pretty much all the ones that I want. Of course, I can spend like a week or 2 playing Blitzball, but why the hell would you guys want to watch me play Blitzball for a week? Because sure, I can play it and it's, you know, kind of different every time, but at the same time, there's only 5 teams that I can play against, first off. Second off, once you've seen me play 2 or 3 rounds, you've pretty much seen... And in the beginning of the game, when we went to Luca, we were getting destroyed. Well, we would have got destroyed if we tried to play them straight up. But now that we can customize our team, we can actually run around and fight those fools. Play them on equal, if not superior footing. And it does make it an interesting time. But you have to win at least 50 to get Wakka's items and weapon and stuff. And I'm just... If I do that, it would have to be my own time. I am not recording me playing 50 matches. You guys will not enjoy it. At least not past maybe... the first 4 or 5 matches, because my commentary will probably get stagnant. I won't have much to say, and I won't even be talking about the game. I'm not even gonna lie about that. But the originals are basically redrawns of the bosses, of certain bosses that we've seen throughout this game. There's one exception. It's this guy here. We haven't seen, and nor will we ever see, anything that looks even remotely like him in this game. But this guy is the ultimate one. As you see, he costs 25,000 to fight. Everything else is 15,000. He is a recoloration of a certain boss that we have yet to see, but we can fight. Shinryu is a recoloration. This one here will be a recoloration. This one, this one, this one, this one. They're all recolorations. Well, actually, I don't even think this one's a recoloration. I think this one pretty much looks exactly the same. It's just got better stats. But this guy right here is unique, and he is my favorite enemy to fight in this game. I'm not really sure why. He doesn't really have anything that's too extraordinary about him compared to the rest of these fricks. I just thoroughly enjoy him. And there's a certain Pokemon that goes by the name of Gastrodon that I always name after this guy. Pointing to the screen as if you guys can actually see me, because I ain't got no face cam. But no, yeah, so now that I've thoroughly wasted, what, 5-6 freaking minutes just talking about these guys, let's actually fight one. So this is the One Eye, as you guys can see. He comes in with auto recall. These bosses, man, some of them have some shit. Like, he just gained 1,857, and under normal circumstances, that would be terrible. 99,999 damage. Overkill. Alright, so we can take him down in 3 hits. Because he's got like, he's almost 200,000. Magic Defense Sphere. That's one of the reasons why, like I've said it before. It's annoying. It honestly is annoying to capture 10 of every monster in the game because some of these guys are just so freaking hard to find. But they're worth it. If you want to get max stats, you have no other choice. Now, if you just want to play through the game as it is, you don't even have to worry about these guys. Just skip them all together. But, if you want to get your stats maxed out and do some of the most powerful and difficult fights in the game, you have no choice but to fight these guys. You really just don't. You will not win otherwise. Magic Defense Sphere times 2 because we overkilled them. Usually only give you 1. That changes an empty node to a Magic Defense Sphere, which means that it'll get Magic Defense plus 4. Also, let me see if he's got them yet. He does not. Okay, I don't really remember what it is that we have to go through to get them, but he'll sell something called a Clear Sphere. What that does is it will clear off a sphere, a node rather, in the sphere grid. So, say I wanted to increase my Magic Defense by 4. I can just come to this one and use Magic Defense Sphere and turn this into a Magic Defense plus 4 sphere grid spot. Simple enough. There's plenty of empty spots on this map, and that's actually what they're for, is to use the Strength Spheres, the Magic Defense Spheres, the Agility Spheres, etc. However, the only real way to get reliable, or to reliably increase your stats to the maximum, is to use what's known as Clear Spheres. They will erase a sphere spot. So I could use it on this to get rid of this, but obviously since this thing is no longer here anymore, it's no longer activated on whoever used it, so it gets rid of it. So what you'll do is you'll use Clear Spheres to get rid of Magic Defense Sphere plus 2 here, and then you'll replace it with a Magic Defense plus 4. So technically you're only going to raise your Magic Defense by 2, but that's up to your playstyle. You don't really have to max out all of your stats. The maximum point value you can get for any given stat is 255, and they're all like that. But you don't actually have to max out your stats. Like I said, Auto Phoenix, Auto Protect, using Shell on your character, or Auto Shell on your character, Auto Haste even. Those skills will help you out tremendously against fights in the monster arena. Now, the only real reason I would think you should use like an armor set that has negate any given status at all, is if you're going to go capturing monsters, because in the later areas in the game, you've got the monsters that can turn you to stone instantly, the monsters that can confuse you almost every single time, the monsters that can do, you know, auto death, so to speak. That's what the Auto Phoenix is for, when they basically just show up and literally just cast death and you die. Now, it comes down to your playstyle again, and I know I'm being kind of preachy and rambling this episode, but that's basically what this episode's going to be. Me basically giving, not necessarily, I wouldn't consider it a tutorial, but me giving information and explaining my reasoning behind using certain things. We're going to go in here. Did I say Fafnir? I'm pretty sure earlier I said Shinryu. Shinryu is this one. Whatever, maybe I said Fafnir. But it doesn't really matter. This is the Fafnir. We're going to use Auron's Banishing Blade to give it all 4 of the breaks, because none of these weapons have piercing, so we need it to give this guy, I don't know why I blanked out there for a second and circle up buttons to push. We needed to give this guy the ability to get wrecked, and he will still deal a significant amount of damage to us. So I did 99,999 damage, I'll take it. And she only did 99,000 that time because she got a critical hit on this guy. Why is she getting so many criticals? Now, Auron's not going to do nearly as much damage as he quote-unquote should, because as I said before, his weapon does more damage the less life he's got. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to kill this guy or not, and yes, I mean that. Oh, well, okay, he's dead. I tried fighting this guy before, and look, we got Light Curtains times 40. So it's so much easier to get Auto Protect on an armor set than it is Auto Shell, because you basically have to steal. Oh, that was stupid. That was stupid. I need to go refill Auron's overdrive gauge before we fight that guy again. I gotta make sure not to touch that save sphere though, so Auron can actually do his maximum potential damage. I'm pretty sure with that hit, he'll be able to do... He'll either do 99,999 or he'll get relatively close to it. Preemptive strike, that's fine. I just need you to kill 2 enemies.
Enough.
Oh no, he's not going to do his maximum because he only did 95,000 of those guys. And obviously the Fafnir has more defense than they do. Got some ability spheres, I'll take it. I actually ran out of agility spheres while I was doing my leveling up. So, as I've mentioned before, or as you guys just saw rather, the Fafnir drops you 40 light curtains when you kill it. So, if you use something like a power distiller or a speed distiller on it, instead of dropping 40 light curtains, he'll drop 40 agility spheres or 40 power spheres or 40 whatever spheres you feel like giving him. So he's also, once you have the ability to kill him and actually farm him, he gives you a maximum amount or the max amount of your spheres that you need relatively quickly. It shouldn't take you more than, especially at the speed at which I'm apparently able to kill this guy now, it shouldn't take you more than maybe 15 minutes to completely refill your sphere. Your sphere count, your sphere whatever. And obviously they're necessary to get your level ups as well. So give us that light curtain times 40. We're gonna fight a dingo. It doesn't matter. I just need him to kill one thing. Auron handle that. Now his overdrive gauge is filled. I'm telling you, man, people really underestimate triple overdrive. Not to mention in Trust, because I don't use Riku's overdrives very often, and I know they're really useful. I've used them before, so I know firsthand what they can do. I just don't use them very much. Why? There's no real reason. I just don't. Aside from the fact that I'm sure a lot of people are like, well, the real reason is because you're a flippin' idiot. Sure. I mean, I can't dispute that. I really can't. When I know that something's really good and I don't do it, there's no reason not to use it. So we got Haste, Phoenix, and Protect on Auron now. Only one left is Tidus. Now, I mean, this is the road to greatness here. This is going to allow us to train and level up so much ridiculous. So much ridiculous. So much more ridiculously quick than normal. And I'm pretty sure even that wasn't the proper way to put it. Now, I'm not even sure what the hell he's got in that jug of his, but it can't be, like, it can't be healthy to sip that shit. It just can't. But anyway, Auron sets the stage again so we can wreck these guys. And that is a good reason for him to have first strike, in my opinion. Just because, my god, he has to do the first setup. He literally has to do the setup. You guys haven't seen Blitzace yet, have you? I'll show you guys Blitzace after this. Why does he keep attacking Auron? Let's use Blitzace right now and I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's kind of weird. Now, it's a good overdrive, don't get me wrong. It's by far his most damaging physical attack that he's got. I like when he's able to do more than like 17,000 hit though. Now I don't know, I think it's because Lulu likes him more than anyone else on this team. So that's pretty cool. Why the hell the Blitzball does so much damage is beyond me. And you'll only get that if you get the great symbol. If you don't get the great symbol, then you won't get that. He'll miss the kick and he'll just fall down, which is still much more damage than he would have done anyway, even if you don't do the whole great kick of freaking Blitzball at the guy. And they really do like using Blitzballs as offensive weapons in this game. Ah, crap, there's only 2 of you. So I won't be able to get my maximum whatever on this. And as you guys can see, Auron went from taking over 3,000 damage to under, well, to just about 1,500. Again, auto protect, good stuff. Now, I did neglect to show off Horn of the Ronzo. Triple AP. That's what he does. That's what he drops. The one eye. That's why a lot of people will farm that guy to their heart's freaking content. Because he drops triple AP weapons. And if you're going to just attack enemies over and over, like Varuna or Master Tonberry, if you're going to use the AP trick, if you will, which involves setting your overdrive to Comrade and fighting Tonberries, mainly Master Tonberries with Auto Phoenix, and then using Entrust, etc., you can easily get 99. Now see, I know the steps, I just don't know what order they need to be in. Like, I'll explain. In order to do the AP trick, it's not really a trick. You need to set, whoever you're trying to level up needs to be set to Comrade. Get rid of their overdrive first off. I don't know if that's a necessity, but I always did just to be safe. Comrade, it'll charge your overdrive gauge when an ally takes damage. It's relative to the amount of damage they take. So the more damage they take, the more your overdrive would have charged, or in this case, the more AP you'll get. You're also going to need a weapon that has the skill Overdrive AP. Now, where is that at? Which means instead of charging your overdrive gauge, you will gain AP instead. And in addition to that, you also need to have the other two characters who are going to be in your party set to, oh God, what is it? Stoic, I believe. I think. I'm not really sure if that's necessary or not. But even if you don't do that, because I used to do it without that, because I didn't think about that, their overdrive has to be set to something. But the character that you're trying to charge, I know, has to be set to Comrade. Even without the other one's overdrives being switched up, I mean, good lord, the amount of AP you gain is freaking ridiculous. You can easily go from, and I kid you not, 0S levels to 99 in one fight. And it don't even take but 5-10 minutes, so it's still much faster. Me personally, I prefer to fight monsters like Varuna and Master Tonberry. I'm not really sure why, it's just one thing I do. It takes longer, but it's more enjoyable. Now, I need to find, hold on. Did Orin get his overdrive filled up again? He did, okay. Now we're gonna go after Fafnir one more time. And we got ambushed, even though we paid to come in and fight you, and we knew you were here. Now his first attack tends to almost, if not always, be the just headbutt thing that he does. But after that, he has a much higher chance, in my experience, it's pretty much every time. He has a much higher chance of doing what I believe it's called a triple attack. I've not seen it yet, but once. I saw it once, and that was like 2 days ago, and he killed us all in one shot with that attack. Triple attack sounds like it does, it is exactly what it sounds like. He hits you 3 times, but he doesn't just do the headbutt 3 times. He headbutts, and then he'll use some kind of like fire breath attack that hits everybody, and then he'll either headbutt you again if there's anyone left alive, which in my case there wasn't, or he'll use his fire breath again if he feels like it. But my point is, we didn't survive, so it doesn't matter. I think he can start with I think he can start off with the triple attack. I just haven't seen it. I hear tell that he does that, but now that that's over. By the way, every enemy in this game, or every enemy that is either an area conquest, species conquest, or whatever the hell they are, what is that? That's gonna bother me actually, that I don't know. No, it is species conquest. Okay. Every enemy that's an area conquest, species conquest, or original has a chance of dropping a rare drop called a dark matter. It's 1 if you don't overkill, 2 if you do overkill, and that's actually one of the more useful items in the game for customization purposes if you're trying to if you don't want to get the celestial weapons or whatnot. For the simple fact that it will allow you to break damage limit and break the HP limit. And now they're done. I don't really know. I've never put anything in the 4th slot. If you guys who are watching this ever played Final Fantasy X and you have a suggestion for it, I'm all ears. Like I said, I used to use Auto Shell instead of Auto Protect before I got a brain, and then realized that Auto Protect was better than Auto Shell in literally every case in this game, because like I said, most of these bosses don't even use magic. Shell won't help you. So Auto Shell was a waste. And I don't know. I can't think of anything else that would need to go in that 4th slot. So, I mean, in my opinion, you can make the ultimate monster arena armor with just a 3-slotted piece of armor, because I can't think of what I should put in that last slot. Now I know there's a skill that's evidently in this version because this has got everything that the PAL or PAL versions used to have, called Ribbon, which automatically protects against literally every status effect in the game, which obviously makes my Fairy Shield completely useless. Because Stoneproof, Confuse-Proof, Dark-Proof, I mean, it's got Stoneproof, Confuse-Proof, Dark-Proof, Poison-Proof, Curse-Proof, Death-Proof. I mean, it's, from what I hear anyway, I've never seen it, because I've not played this version before. It's literally negate every damn thing. So that's kind of cool. But aside from that, I don't know. It's already been 30 minutes. I'm going to show off a couple more of these enemies. Did we actually fight the Fenrir? We did. Warren is in need of getting. Look how fast this guy is. We're triple-digit speed, and we come in with auto haste, and he's still fast enough to move after we only get 2 attacks. Now this guy has got a lot of evasion. As you guys can tell, we're not even able to hit this guy yet. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We'll finish it. We're probably gonna die, but oh, she hit him. Okay, Fangs of Chaos, not good. So we need to get rid of that. Is it remedy? Yeah. Get rid of that confusion, please, because she can kill us in one shot. We just cannot hit this frick. Fangs of Hell. So I think that's auto death. But like I said, we've got the whatever, so we can. I wonder if I can kill him with Blitz Ace. I don't know how much life this guy's got, but as you guys saw, Fenrir had relatively either over 1 million or right next to it. So we about to find out. 8 hits, and then plus a Blitz Ball Explosion Kamikaze Death Blow thing, which does an immense amount of damage. Compared to getting hit in the face with a sword, a Blitz Ball is just retarded damage. Now, actually, I don't even think this guy can beat us. She missed herself. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think this guy can beat us now that we've got Auto Potion, Auto Phoenix rather. And use Cure. It's funny, that's the only damn cure he's got. Can you attack somebody else, asshat? Is it he? He does. I thought he would have Asuna, or whatever the hell it's called. Now again, we don't have any. Can you please, do you have interest? You do not. Very, very cool way to end the video with just my party getting their asses kicked. Do you have Asuna? You do not. My god. Actually, one thing I could use against this guy, one thing I could use against this guy is Holy, just to see how much damage he does. It won't do much. Oh my god. He's got a lot of life. What do you have against Riku? Oh, Fangs of Chaos must do half of your current remaining life. I think this guy gives agility spheres. How come she's the only one who's reliably hitting him? Yeah, no, seriously, he does not like Riku. And I have no idea why. I don't know if there's an actual reason behind this or if he's just being a dick. And seriously, she's hitting him pretty much all the time. Now she's dead. Now, that'll actually help because now she'll be doing more damage. My god! Okay, seriously, that's actually kind of starting to get on my nerves now. I'm not really sure why. I'm about to run out of remedies too. I just wish he would attack somebody the frick else. Well, that wasn't half of her remaining life. I don't know what the hell his problem is. He just doesn't like Riku for whatever reason. But as you can see, this is the thing. We're not ready for this guy. I mean, sure, we'll be able to kill him before he's able to kill us. There we go. Damn it! I was just gonna say counterattacks have a much better chance of hitting in this game. Maybe he knows that Tidus has got this is these guys need to train some more apparently because they can't hit squat. I mean, I know he's got a lot of evasion. Maybe that's what he gives, evasion spheres. Oh my god, I thought Auron legitimately was gonna kill her. Hold on. Use Kiraga. Get her some kind of healing, please. And she's still confused. I don't know how long confusion lasts. I don't think it... Yeah, no, I don't think it has like a set amount. Like, oh, it'll go away like after like 2 turns or something. When I was a kid, I used to think that using Mug would help. Just for the simple fact that, oh, well, you know what I mean, if I can steal from it, you know, you have to hit it to steal from it, so... This is stupid. If the next hit doesn't... Okay, well, no, we're done. We're done. We're done. She's confused, but she knows to run away. Okay. Hold on. Let's heal ourselves up one more again. And fight something that we can actually fucking hit! Stratovus, sure, why not? Let's end with darkness chicken. Get hit. Get hit. Get hit. Now look, he's already dying. Yay, he's so pathetic, even though he could literally destroy pretty much everything on this planet by himself. And by that I mean anything that wasn't here in the monster arena. Now how the hell this guy makes these things is beyond me. Amulet, sure. I'm gonna show you guys. You guys have seen this guy before. This is a recoloring of the whatever it's called, the Guardian. I think it is the Sanctuary Guardian. Sanctuary. I'm pretty sure Sanctuary Guardian. But yeah, no, we're not ready to fight this guy. Yo, look, they're dead! Oh, I did not realize he'd do it to both of them. No. I'm pretty sure he's immune to, like, pretty much all status effects. I'm not even sure what Condemn actually does. Besides, kill us all. It gives us some kind of status effect, I think, if you survive, but we didn't survive. So with that humbling experience, like I said, I knew we weren't ready to fight him when we went in there, but I just wanted to show off. Even with these increased stats and the amount of damage that we can do and the amount of damage we can take, there's still several enemies in there that we are nowhere near ready to fight. So, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you all for watching. As always, my name is Ray, and I will see you all on Monday for part number 42 of Final Fantasy X HD Remake. But until then, goodbye, everyone.